bright like a roaring fight. Crypto dreams under stadium lights. Sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet with the Ginch replay. Highlights while scores collide. It's the riot live tonight. Blades drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate. Rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second coming, can't wait. Evening sports
Welcome to another edition of the Early Evening Sports Business.
highlights while scores collide. It's the riot live tonight.
Thanks for joining. Probably be a quick episode today. Again, the college football season is over. I'm a little depressed. And of course, the weather forecasters, they call themselves meteorologists. It has nothing to do with meteors, by the way. I don't know why they call them meteorologists. There's no meteors involved. But they keep putzing around with the forecast. First it was 4 to 6 inches. Then it was 5 to 8. Then it was 8 to 12. Now it's back down to 5 to 8. I have no idea. Could get anywhere from a dusting to 60 inches. Who knows? But thanks for joining. Some news and notes from around the world in sports today. I've got to go to this first because it's just asinine. Give me just a second here. Robert Kraft has made it clear that an 18th regular season game is coming. You know how fucking stupid this is? He said on the Sports Hub 98.5, I want to tell you guys, we're going to push like the Dickens now to make international games more important with us. Every team will go to 18 regular season games and 2 preseason games and eliminate one of the preseason games, and every team every year will play 1 game overseas. You know how fucking asinine this is? Of course the owners are going to push for it. It's another game to make money. But it's stupid. The owners don't give a shit about the players anymore. Period. They don't. To have an 18-game season is beyond asinine. Mickey Delaney chiming in. Hey, what's up? What's up, Mickey? Thanks for tuning in. Sigmund 67-9. Yo, got a meow user. It's the Goatman. The Goatman _063. Thanks for everybody that's tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. But again, if you're going to have an 18-game season, which is stupid, get rid of preseason then. There's no reason to have preseason games. Just have inter-squad scrimmages. You know, whatever team is closest to you. Washington could go play Baltimore. The Jets and the Giants are the same stadium. You can have that. Buffalo can play New England. Like Miami can play Tampa. Jacksonville can play Miami, etc. I got, where was the other one? I just saw something. You got an F. Where was it? Got an F on my grades. I'm cooked. You got to do something about that. Got to study harder. But again, if you're going to go do an 18-game season, it's beyond asinine. I don't agree with it. Period. Look, the players hurt, man. The players hurt. It's just another game for somebody to get injured. It's dumb and asinine. And it's just another way for the owners to make money. Again, they don't care about the players. They're just worried about putting money in their pocket. That's it. 49ers GM John Lynch said that Brandon Ayuk has played his last snap for the 49ers. This is reported by Nick Wagner. Espen. Mr. Lynch said, I think it's safe to say that he's played his last snap with the 49ers. It's unfortunate. Uh, a situation that just went awry, and I will look long and hard at what could have been done differently. But sometimes it just doesn't work out, and I think that this was the case where that happened. The 49ers, I don't know why. Kyle Shanahan still has a job, but he does. They're going to have to make a lot of decisions coming. They were much injured this year, so I guess they're probably taking that into consideration. Also from 49ers News, reported by Nick Wagner, looking at everything, including substation theory, whatever that means. To find out, just reading over it here, 49ers are trying to do an investigation into why they have had so many injuries over the last couple of years. Because it's football. It's a contact sport. Seriously? You're going to do an investigation as to why you guys are getting hurt a lot? Am I reading that right? Seriously? Doesn't make any sense. Personally, I think it has to do with nutrition. I think it has a lot to do with the supplements that these guys take over a long duration of time. What does it break down? How it breaks down the body. Okay. It's reported by ESPN, Associated Press. Man gets 2-year prison sentence for role in NBA betting scandal. Well, go figure. Timothy McCormick, a self-proclaimed gambling addict, received a 2-year prison sentence Wednesday as he became the first defendant to be sentenced for his role in a sweeping conspiracy involving NBA players Terry Rozier and John T. Porter. The federal judge in Brooklyn handed down the sentence to McCormick, who defrauded sports betting platforms by using non-public information to place highly profitable wagers tied to the performance of NBA players allegedly in on the scheme. Mr. McCormick said, I've struggled with a gambling addiction for more than half my life. And a partridge in a pear tree. You're going to see more and more of this. This isn't surprising. With FanDuel, DraftKings, BetOnline. I mean, Fanatics has their own. Mickey Delaney says, talking about the 49ers, because the 49ers are effing crybabies. You can say that about a lot of teams, though, Mickey. But again, that was issued. I'm just going to, hopefully, since I still don't have my regular laptop back, Bills owner Terry Paluga basically threw the coaches and the GM and Keon Coleman under the bus. I'm going to try and play it. Hopefully you can hear it.
Yeah, can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it, but I'm here to tell you the true story.
You don't fucking do that, man. You keep that shit in-house. With your GM sitting right next to you. You don't do that as an owner. Somebody might want to see if they've secretly replaced his Folgers crystals with crack. Joe Mixon's future with the Titans is up in the air, reported by the Associated Press. He was hurt last year, never played this year because of the injury that he was rehabbing. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. They are probably, I would assume, never assume, I would gather that they're going to cut ties with him. New York Yankees are giving Cody Bellinger a 5-year deal with $162.5 million. The deal includes opt-outs after the second and third seasons, a $20 million signing bonus, and a full no-trade clause. So there you go. How do Yankees fans feel about that? Are they paying too much? Paying too little? I don't know. I don't know. Some of this shit makes me laugh. It really does. Owners are just always going to be willing to pay whatever, and that's just the way it goes. You know, if one owner's not going to pay it, then another owner's going to pay it. So, just trying to look over any other updated news and notes. I don't see any. I'm going to jump to the NFL here. But welcome and thanks for tuning in. Early evening sports buffet with the Ginch. I am said Ginch here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. So coming up at 7 o'clock, my man Mike Fuji, Fuji's Philly Flair tonight, 7 p.m. here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. It came out that Josh Allen may need foot surgery. It looks like the bill said there's no timetable for his return. There's no timetable. That's what they always say. But it looks like he will have surgery on his foot. Kevin Stefanski, he is looking to hire Tommy Rees as his offensive coordinator. Have to keep eye on that, see if that happens. And it's going to be a quick show today. With football winding down, there's really not much to report on. Let's jump to the NBA. Scores from yesterday. The Rockets beat the Spurs 111-106. Leading score for the Spurs, Mr. Champagne. I call it Champagne. He had 27 points. Wembanyama had a double-double. 14 and 10. Leading scorer for the Rockets. It was Mr. Shepard with 21 points. Sengun and Thompson added 13 and 10 rebounds, respectively. Suns beat the 76ers 116-110. Leading scorer for the Suns was Mr. Booker, 27 points for the 76ers. Leading scorer was Edgecombe with 25 points. Andre Drummond added 15 boards. Bulls beat the Clippers 138-110. Clippers leading scorer James Harden had 24 points. Ivan Zubac, 11 total rebounds. Chicago Bulls, your leading scorer, Kobe White with 27 points. Jazz beat the Timberwolves with a rare win, 127-122. Leading scorer for your Timberwolves was Anthony Edwards with 38 points. Rudy Gobert, double-double, 11 points, 10 boards. Leading scorer for the Utah Jazz, Mr. George, had 43 points. Yusuf Nurkic, who is having an outstanding season, 16 points, 18 boards, 10 assists. Lakers beat the Nuggets 115 to 107. Leading scorer for the Lakers was, go figure, Luka Doncic. He had a triple-double. 38, 13, and 10. For the Nuggets, leading scorer was Jamal Murray with 28 points. Raptors beat the Warriors in a barn burner 145 to 127. For the Raptors, leading scorer was Mr. Quickly. He had 40 points. Mamuklashvili. I'm butchering this name. I don't care. Mamuk Elashvili. 14 points, 12 boards. Golden State Warriors, your leading scorer was Buddy Hield off the bench with 25 points. And the Heat beat the Kings 130 to 117. Leading scorer for the Heat, Adebayo, had 25 points. And for the Kings, your leading scorer, DeMar DeRozan, with 23 points. On tap today, Pacers are at the Celtics, the Thunder are at the Bucks, the Cavaliers at the Hornets, Nets at the Knicks, Hawks at the Grizz, Pistons at the Pelicans, and the Raptors are at the Kings. NHL action from last night. Stars over the Bruins 6-2. The Jets over the Blues 3-1. Canadiens over the Wild 4-3. Lightning beat the Sharks 4-1. Senators over the Blue Jackets 4-1. Sabres over the Predators 5-3. Devils beat the Oilers 2-1. And the Kings over the Rangers 4-3. Tonight, Red Wings at the Maple Leafs, the Penguins at the Flames, the Ducks at the Avalanche, the Flyers at the Mammoth, Islanders at the Kraken, and the Capitals at the Canucks. I don't see any major NHL news from what I'm seeing here. And as far as NBA news, the only thing I saw that the Golden State Warriors basically said, don't expect Jimmy Butler to be traded even after his ACL tear. Some of the stuff I went over yesterday. Let me go to NCAA men's basketball, shall we? There was yesterday top 25 action. Number 3, Michigan beat Indiana 86-72. Number 9, Iowa State all over UCF 87-57. Number 16, Florida handled LSU 79-61. NC State upset number 18 Clemson 80-76. Number 24 St. Louis held off Duquesne 81-77. Number 25 Miami of Ohio beat Kent in overtime 107-101. Number 10 Michigan State handled Oregon 68-52. Number 12 Texas Tech handled Baylor 92-74. Number 21 Georgia nail biter. They beat Missouri 74-72. Number 20, Arkansas hands number 15, Vanderbilt, I believe it's third straight loss after starting 16-0. 93-68, they hammered them. UCLA upset number 4, Purdue 69-67, and number 19, Kansas beat Colorado 75-69. On the slate tonight, Maryland is at number 11, Illinois. Notre Dame is at number 22, North Carolina. Cincinnati travels to take on number 1, Arizona. Number 7, Nebraska at home against Washington. And number 8, Gonzaga will host Pepperdine. NCAA women's basketball, there was no top 25 action yesterday. Top 25 action tonight, Arizona State's at number 22, West Virginia. Number 24, Nebraska is at Wisconsin. UCF is at number 14, Baylor. Number 19, Texas Tech travels to take on BYU. Penn State travels to take on number 25, Washington. And Purdue travels to take on number 3, UCLA. PGA Tour this week at La Quinta, California. La Quinta Country Club. It's the American Express tournament. Last year's winner, Sepp Straka. So they had that going on. Let's see what else. The PGA Tour champions, they are at the Hualalai Resort Club in Kailua, Kona. That'll be the 22nd through the 24th. So they are there. I don't know why it doesn't. I'm not exactly sure. I'm looking for the women's. And I don't know why it's not showing me. Damn it, Janet. I'm looking for the. Why is this isn't showing me here? I don't know. UEFA Champions League today, ladies and gentlemen, because I know people follow it. For you soccer jabones out there like me. FK Karabag beat Frankfurt 3-2. I always butcher. Galatasaray. And Atletico 1-1 draw. Athletic beat Atalanta 3-2. Bayern beat Union SG 2-0. Chelsea beat Paphos 1-0. Juventus beat Benfica 2-0. Liverpool beat Marseille 3-0. Newcastle over PSV 3-0. Barcelona beat Slavia Prague 4-2. But there you have it there. English Premier League on Saturday. West Ham hosts Sunderland, Burnley hosts Spurs, Fulham hosts Brighton, Man City hosts Wolves, Bournemouth hosts Liverpool. Then on Sunday, Arsenal will host Man United, Brentford hosts Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace hosts Chelsea, Newcastle will host Aston Villa. So there you have it. Let's see. College football news. I think I went over this yesterday. But an update on Darian Mensah. Duke quarterback. He can enter the transfer portal, but he cannot enroll at another school or play football for another college team before a North Carolina judge rules on Duke's request for an injunction that would prevent him from leaving. It's the kind of shit like this that I cannot stand in college football. I say it all the time. NIL transfer portal, once you opened up Pandora's box, you can't close it. There's going to have to be some regulations set. And again, did the powers that be who sat down and name, image, likeness, and transfer portal, did they not come up with all these kinds of scenarios? Or is it surprising to them? That's what I'd like to know. It just aggravates me to no end. And I would encourage you to go check out the transfer portal in college football. It's almost like the Epstein documents. That's how large of a file it is and how many kids enter the transfer portal. So we are T-minus 25 days to Daytona for NASCAR. More Daytona news will be coming closer and closer to the date. I will have the breakdown of everything. And again, I didn't really see other big-time NFL news. Like I said, this is going to be a quick show with football really winding all the way down. I can only talk about so much NBA and NHL. I'd have to do a 2-hour show. Right now, I don't have the time to do a 2-hour show. So, with all that being said, enjoy this night's festivities, whether you're watching college basketball, women's, men's, NBA, NHL, whatever you're watching. Again, this weekend, the AFC Championship, NFC Championship game, I'll make my picks tomorrow. And I really wish the NFL would stop doing this shit too. There's no reason to play the first game at 3 and then the other one at 6:30. They need to stop that shit. I know it's been the norm for however many years, but they need to change it. Just stick how you do it in the regular season. First game at 1, okay? Then the second one at 4:30, because by the time the second game's over, it's 8 o'clock. And it's a decent enough amount of time for people to chill, relax before they go to sleep. You start the second game at 6:30. The thing ain't over until 10:30. It's a disservice to the fans. And it's on the West Coast anyway. The second game. It's the Rams Seahawks. It's an NFC West battle. You can play that game at 4:30. That's a 1:30 start for them. Whoop-de-doo. So, with all that being said, again, I thank everybody who tunes in, all the people that tuned in. I don't know what this means. At Murad X Mandoff slash U2R. I'm assuming that's the Greenland flag. Boom, boom. And then he put this on here. Not exactly sure what that means, but thanks for tuning in. To everybody that tunes in, whoever's going to check out later on, tell your friends, tell your senators, tell your House of Representatives, tell Congress, tell United Nations. Tune in to Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch. With said Ginch, I am Ryan Neff, here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. Coming up at 7 o'clock on the Cole County Entertainment Network, don't forget to check out my man Mike Fuji. Fuji's Philly Flair. I cannot talk today for some reason. Check him out. I'm not exactly who. Let me double check to see who he's having on. I don't want to do him that disservice. Let me go check who's coming on, if I can. Yes, here we go. He is going to have David Barra, community outdoor rink builder and proud owner of the Penalty Box Bar, Philadelphia Flyer Steam Bar, and from the Philadelphia Inquirer. He will have Earl Hopkins, who wrote the featured article about the community outdoor rink and the Penalty Box Bar. That's David Barra, and Earl Hopkins will be his guest. 7 o'clock tonight, Fuji's Philly Flair, right here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. So again, enjoy all the sports action tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock for another edition of Early Eating Sports Buffet with the Ginch. I'll make my NFC Championship and AFC Championship picks. Then I wanted to bring him on. He covers Indiana football, Notre Dame football. He covers Indiana, Purdue, and Notre Dame sports. More importantly, he is a Indiana University grad. And I want to bring him on because college football is my passion. It's my thing. I don't enjoy all the extracurricular bullshit that's going on with NIL and transfer portal and other stuff. It just tears my heart apart. But I want to bring him on because as a college football fan, I know what it means to that university and that state, with Notre Dame being in Indiana as well. Indiana being the doormats of college football. They're the only program with 700 losses. But I wanted to bring Mr. Dylan Sin on to explain to fans out there and people across the nation, across the globe, what it actually means to people who have gone to the university, who have played Indiana football, what it actually means, because he'll be able to explain it much better than I could ever do. So, as I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Help somebody every once in a while, you might make their day. Tell somebody you love them, because you might not get a second opportunity. And if you see somebody struggling, for the love of God, ask questions, inquire what you can do to help them, get them help, because you might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. So, enjoy the night, everybody. Stay warm. Check on your pets. Check on your elderly neighbors. With all that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and that's for Dandy Don to carry me out. Have a good night.
They're now the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.